Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What are we doing? This looks oddly like Minecraft. I'm not really too sure what's going on. Fuck off, sheep. I will cut you. Oh my god. I need to switch controllers because this one doesn't work with Minecraft. I can't right click. Oh dear Christ. It's dark and I can't see a thing. Basically, I've been out of the loop for a while. I have been kind of doing my own thing. Over traveling the world. Let me switch this damn controller while I can. Where's the cord at? I don't know. Where'd the cord go, guys? Anyone want to tell me where the cord went? Because that would be nice. Where's the USB plug-in thingy mabobber deal? Somewhere around here. I think I got it. Nope, probably not. That might have been it. That sounded important. Okay, check this shit out. Plug that in there. You know, it's really sad when you get your USB port fucked up. Like, you have a, you know, you got a 50% chance of getting it right, and you get it wrong twice. I don't know about that, but, yeah, let's check it out. For all of you that didn't know, I went to PAX. I went to PAX Prime, which was in Seattle, and I have been posting Road to Commander gameplay while I was away. God, this house is amazing. I've missed it so much, and I've just been kind of enjoying what YouTube has allowed me to do with life. I never would have been able to make that trip otherwise. Not being, you know, in school, not being financially stable in a sense, and, you know, this YouTube thing has just blown up on me, and it's just made my life so much more enjoyable, and that really comes from you guys, and I appreciate that so much. I noticed the comments on all my Road to Commander videos about Minecraft, where's it going to be, you know, and all this stuff, and I'm not ignoring it. It's just, I was gone for about 20-some days, and the only thing I could do in order... Oh, all the diamonds are still there. And the only thing I could do in order to actually get stuff done and get a video for you every day was to record Road to Commander, because it was very simple. It was a short notice trip. I didn't know about it until about, like, 5 days before, so I had to make, like, 40 videos in order to do Road to Commander once a day. And then I also had to sort some stuff out with FaZe in order to get my other videos posted up, and that just took ages. It really made me worry that I wasn't going to get videos out on time, stuff like that. We're going to finish this basement because that's what we do, and we're going to build some stuff. What do I want to build, though? It's been so long since I've been able to be creative like this, and it's just really nice to be back home and sit down and talk to you about my trip, which is what this commentary will be about. It's going to be about the entire PAX experience, and I want to craft this, by the way. I'm forgetting how to craft stuff, which is pretty terrible of me. I'm a bad person. No, not really. It's okay. I think I'll make that even. Alright. And then we will go place this stuff all over the place. Sounds good to me. How do I want to do this? Do I want to build it? Yeah. Oh, if we match it, it's going to look kind of goofy. Well, if we don't match it, it'll look goofy. I'll just make that into a deck or something, and I'll probably take this wall out and make it stone or something. It'll be cool once I get later on. But anyway, I know you guys are all excited to hear about PAX, so why don't we, you know, just kind of hop into that and talk about it. PAX is this gaming convention that's held up in Seattle, usually PAX Prime. There's PAX East, which is in Boston. I do believe it's around the April time, if you guys were interested in going. It is a 3-day event. Tickets are usually... What are tickets? $35, or you can get a 3-day pass for $55, $65 when they come out first release. And that's the way to go. But in order to get a ticket, you need to be like stalking that website, otherwise you will never get a ticket. I went out to go hang out with a girlfriend on, what day was it? It was the day of the release of the pass. I went out, went over, hung out, watched a movie or some shit like that. I don't really remember. And I came home, and it was about 2 hours after midnight, and it was 2 hours after the release date. So I went down, tried to buy a ticket, and sure enough, what do you know? Hey, guess what? We're sold out. They were sold out of the 3-day passes. They still had a Friday and a Sunday pass. They did not have a Saturday pass, so I ended up having to go eBay myself a pass in order to go all 3 days and hang out with my friends every day. We kind of had awkward passes. I went with Brandon, COD Gameplay, his friend Delta Canuck, Canuckian, something like that. Hockey team, sorry, I don't pay attention to hockey, not my thing. And Darth9, my good friend. I've known Darth9 for years. I've known him for about 2.5 to 3 years. I would borderline say on 3 years. It was before Darth Empire ever came around, and I knew him way before that. It was just really interesting to actually be able to meet them, and it was really cool. Darth and I picked me up from the airport, which was kind of funny. I sent him a text, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm standing over by the the Frontier Gateway, whatever. You can just drive up here and pick me up, no big deal. And he pulled up, and he was like too far ahead, so he couldn't find me right away, and he got lost. It was hilarious. He got lost in downtown Seattle. He went all the way to the convention center. Then he had to come all the way back to the airport, which is about 20 minutes out of the way. So, what do you know? Let's talk about other people I met. Let's see, David Brown TV is his Twitter. He does a bunch of Minecraft stuff. He works with Lane. I know if you guys know Prodigy Joey or something like that. It's one of his friends, I Am the Attack. So I knew I Am the Attack quite well. I've known him maybe 2 years or so, getting to that point. And David, we met up with him and Mr. I Tryhard. Mr. I Tryhard, I don't know a bunch about other than he yells. He seems like a pretty cool guy. They just, you know, they went out there to have a good time and socialize, meet other YouTube commentators, and I think we did a pretty good job of just hanging out and meeting people. That was really what this whole trip was about. So, in a nutshell, it's 4 of us hanging out each day. We went to PAX. First day we went to PAX. This was kind of interesting. If I remember correctly, first day I went up to the Machinima booth to go correct some stuff and see what time I needed to be there tomorrow to get my schedule set up and do all the stuff I needed to do. What do I want to build here? I don't know. And I remember something along the lines of I had to set up the schedule or the time because they used the wrong name for me. They had like Darth Kross instead of Phase Kross, and I was like, oh no, old team name, gotta fix that. It's, you know, so we ended up fixing that, and I went around, I walked the entire convention center. The entire convention center is like 5-6 stories, 6 floors of this huge building. There's stuff everywhere. Oh, I need glass. That's what I wanted to do. I don't know where it is though. Which one did I put it in? Oh, right there. That one. That'll work. It's a lot of glass, actually. And it pretty much turned into this giant quest to just go see what games we could get in, what we could play, and what we could check out. They had Assassin's Creed, they had God of War, they had Halo 4, they had Metal Gear Solid something. It wasn't Solid, it was just Metal Gear, the new one that was kind of like a combat version, the one I'm not interested in. I want to see the new Metal Gear Solid. We ended up watching a trailer for that. There's one on YouTube that's about 10 minutes long. It's really cool to see. But I think one of probably the coolest parts of this whole trip was when I surprised Syndicate. I surprised the hell out of that guy, and I literally blew his mind. He talked about it in his video a little bit, but you guys didn't get the full effect of the situation, and the situation is kind of funny. We were pretty much... we walked up to the Machinima booth. I'm not sure why. It was just to go check out what was going on. If I remember right, I think Brandon, COD Gameplay, was scheduled or something like that in order to go meet fans. He had the same thing I was, but the day before. So it was about 2 p.m. or so, something along those lines, and I went up there to go see who was there. And what do you know? Tom is sitting there playing Call of Duty. He's playing Modern Warfare 3 on Dome. And he's using the L11, and I'm just kind of giving him shit. I was joking around with him a lot. What are you doing in my house, sheep? I don't want you here. And I just kind of like teased him a bit because I walked up behind him, and I was like, I could like punch him right in the face. No, I would never do that, Tom. That'd be terrible. I would have no reason to do that. But I was like touching distance of him, and we're just kind of casually talking. Just kind of like giving him shit between the game, whatever. He's kind of looking for people to kind of cheer him on while he was doing this like 4v4. It was a free-for-all on Dome. That's mostly what we played the entire time we were there. So an empty spot on one of the controllers opened up, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on here and play. Now this is probably the funniest part to this whole thing. I talked to him, and he had no idea who I was. If you guys don't know the history behind me and Tom, I had the original gamertag Syndicate, and I acquired that gamertag because I was having trouble with Darth Empire stuff. I didn't really want to be in a team at the time, so I acquired 2 gamertags. I acquired Ascension, and I acquired Syndicate. And I let my friend have Syndicate, who is also Phase Heist now, and I had Ascension. But like about a couple days went by, and he's like, hey dude, do you want to switch gamertags? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I got them both anyway, so I guess they were kind of mine, but we were sharing them. So we switched gamer tags, and I had Syndicate from that point on. After a while, I started getting messages on that account asking if I was a zombie player. God, what do I want to do? I'm walking around like an idiot. I just can't figure out what I want to build on. But I had the gamer tag, and I looked up his channel because all these people were like, hey, are you a zombie player? What do you do? You know, are you the Call of Duty guy? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the fuck? There's something going on here, something fishy. And I had a channel called Syndicate's Playground at the time. It was kind of tacky, but I was just going to start uploading Call of Duty montages to it. So, anyway, I went over and looked at Syndicate's channel, and he had like 130k subscribers or something like that, 100k. And I was just like, instantly, fuck, I can't use this gamer tag anymore because someone has a very successful YouTube channel on there, and it was just, you can't do that. If you have the original gamer tag, and people are always going to commonly mistake you for that person, it's not going to work out for like YouTube search results and stuff like that. There's going to be competing, and it's just not going to be pretty, and I didn't want that. So I sat on the tag. I didn't use it. Hey, look, my puppies. Oh, how you doing? I love you guys. But I was just kind of like sitting on that, and I watched his channel to see how productive he was, what kind of guy he was, really, in general. And I saw that he put out a lot of videos. Like, this kid, oh my god, he was just cranking shit out left and right. And there was a deciding moment when, I believe it was Black Ops, he put out about 8 videos in one day. They were all about zombies. And it was like quick tip videos and some really in-depth videos on how to get points rather quickly. And it was all within like 5 hours. He put up 8 different videos, and I was like, damn, this guy knows what he's doing. I need to talk to him. So I ended up shooting him a message, I think on Twitter, and I was like, hey, I have the original Syndicate gamer tag. Would you be interested in getting it? And he fired back a message back at me, freaked out, and he's like, yeah, I'd love to. So I talked to him a bit about it, and if I remember right, I kind of like vaguely said, well, you know, I don't really want anything for it. You could just sub box me. I don't really care. And he agreed to do a shout out for me, which was well over the top. He did like 3 of them for me, which I didn't even ask. I was just like, you know, hey, just do whatever you feel you want to do and don't feel pressured into it. He was very polite about the whole thing and very generous. And I ended up gaining quite a bit of subscribers from that, which was really nice of him to do. I gave him the gamer tag, and now picture us back at, that's the whole story of how I met him and how I knew him. We kind of talked off and on between there, and I found out that he was going to PAX Prime after I already made plans to go. So picture this. I'm sitting at PAX, just kind of hanging out, chilling, doing my thing. I think I want to go build the basement. I don't know how I'm going to do this. We're gonna fix that wall over in the corner. But I'm sitting there. We're playing 1v1. Not a 1v1, but it was like a 4v4 or whatever you want to call it. And I decided to snipe. He put on a riot shield, of all fucking things. He put on a riot shield. I was watching him, and I was like, damn it, I can't say anything about this, because if I say something, he'll figure out who I am, and all this shit. I was just like, no, I can't, no, not happening. So I had to kind of suck it up. Darth 9 was playing as well as this other kid, and I'm sitting there sniping. I ended up winning by 2 kills. Tom almost won with a riot shield. Yeah, who does that? I don't know. He does. Tom's a freak. So, he did that. He almost beat me. And I think the funniest moment was Anthony Rogers, the Machinima Respawn, I want to say he's a director. He's not really the director, but he's in charge of all the Respawn stuff, if I remember right. Really cool guy, gave me my contract, chimed in on the mic about something, and he goes, oh, we got FaZe Kross over here playing Syndicate on Modern Warfare 3, and right as I beat him, I kind of turned to my right. I just thought, oh, by the way, I'm FaZe Kross, and he just lost his absolute mind. He, like, freaked out, just, no, you can't be serious. It was just insane. Complete surprise, and I think the funniest thing, just to tell you, like, the type of guy Tom is, it really just shows his quality as a person, was, like, the first thing he said, it was really great to meet you, but this is what kind of got me. He goes, you probably thought I was an absolute fucking twat because I didn't recognize you right away. And, like, you just thought I was just some stuck-up prick, and it was just really funny to hear him say that, because the whole time I was like, this is going to be an amazing surprise, and he just thought that I was going to be offended that I didn't know him right away. The thing that really disappointed me out of this entire thing was my friends. They were recording, and they did not record that moment, that entire moment of his reaction. It would have just been probably one of the better things in YouTube. It was just so realistic and so funny, so genuine of a surprise. I thought I absolutely lost my mind, and it was just hilarious. Probably one of the best moments at PAX. Now, PAX was pretty insane. It was like, I wasn't going to say it was all insane. Meeting fans, having fans approach you, like right after that happened, Tom and I kind of got sucked into doing autographs for people. They would walk up with Machinima Respawn shirts. If they won, if they beat the match, they would sign stuff. And I ended up getting Tom to sign a shirt because of that, and I was going to give it away to the guy who lost. Well, whoever came in last or whatever it was, other than Darth 9, it was the random kid who was playing along with us. I was going to sign it and give it to him, but he ran off too quickly, so I couldn't do that, which was unfortunate. But now I'm going to end up giving that to a friend of mine. I think it'd be kind of a nice little gift for them to have. But it was just hilarious to see, I shouldn't say hilarious, it was just unusual to see how many people knew who FaZe was, and let alone knew who Tom was. Tom's huge on YouTube, so that's a given. But seeing how far we've come as a sniping team, to actually have people recognize an individual player, that means a lot, guys. I really do want to thank anyone who was out there at PAX, who met me personally, who talked to me about stuff. It was really cool to actually interact on a different level with fans. I've never had that before, and it was kind of a new perspective. Speaking of new perspectives, I got to hang out with a bunch of different directors during that whole time. I hung out with Tom a little bit, but he was always kind of busy, and you just got to give people their space. But sitting there talking to them, and you kind of see like what they're doing with YouTube, how much they're enjoying it. I remember talking to Tom about fans and about enjoying YouTube in general, and how much this allows us to do, what we appreciate, how appreciative we are of it, and how much we love doing it. I think the best way to say this is, like, when you grow up, you're always taught to pick something in life that you enjoy doing, and you'll never get tired of it. You always want to do that. And for us, that's gaming in a nutshell. That's really what we enjoy. We enjoy anything with gaming, interaction, social media, stuff like that. And Tom pretty much said it himself, that he enjoys being here for fans and entertaining people, and he loves the aspect of just the gaming community and what it has to offer. And it gets really addicting. And for me, it kind of came out as a motivation in order to start doing new things, start promoting my channel outside of the way I would normally promote it, doing videos that might be outside of my comfort zone, something like that. And that's why I tried to do the, I tried to do the, beat the 50 million or something like that score on Dome. That's my goal. Doing the, Surviving Chaos is the other series I had. I ended up getting that idea kind of from, I knew other people did it, but I ended up talking to Lester out of Machinima. He's head of the Respawn, not Respawn, I guess you could say Respawn, but the Machinima live team is technically what it is. Basically, anyone doing live streaming is going to be involved with him. Oh dear God, excuse me. But, oh, this wall's fucked up. I'm not going to fix it, it's fine. But anyone who is involved with live streaming needs to go talk to him about getting contracts and stuff like that. And I kind of had an idea to start live streaming that because I think it would be kind of interesting. People might be interested in watching that, trying to break a record. Live streaming would be really cool. So, you know what? I decided to put up a live commentary of that because they're kind of entertaining. Just the suspense of getting along to about 20 million. 20 million was probably the highest score I've gotten on Dome so far. And I broke 15 on Village the first time I played it, so Village will be interesting. We'll probably be able to get really high scores there. But I learned a lot from PAX on, expanding your channel, going outside of your comfort zone on things, kind of like the Tomahawk, not Tomahawk, I'm going to call it a Tomahawk, why not? That's kind of funny, actually, because Tom's Syndicate, yeah, but getting the haircut, that was hilarious. I really do that for you guys in terms of just an awesome video you don't see every day. How often do you see some YouTube guy cut someone else's hair into, like, shave their head? Like, come on, that's insane. And I thought it was hilarious, and now I have this new wickedly amazing hairstyle in the middle of rural Kansas, derp, I can't talk, where everyone's very conservative and my hair is just outrageous. So it's really funny. But I learned a lot, and I think as a person, it kind of made me into learning my comfort level, and then also expanding beyond that. I think that's really where I'm coming from, and also productivity. It kind of put me on an insight to where next year when I go to PAX, I want to be at what level they're at. I want to expand my channel to something not necessarily the best on YouTube, but I want to do something for me. I want to make my channel the best that I can achieve, and I don't want to sell myself short of my goals, and that's what I'm going to strive to do throughout this next year. Hopefully I will be able to achieve it. I know nothing through YouTube is a guarantee. It's all about putting out content, sometimes getting lucky. You need to be aware of that, but also knowing what you're doing, learning, and just trying to do your best. And if I try and I succeed, I think that reward's going to be huge. I wouldn't want to look back on YouTube and see what I have now, or what I've accomplished now, and go, man, I really stopped short of what I could have achieved. I kind of want to go all out and see where I can be. This kind of turned into a really deep thought commentary, which I think I needed in terms of just showing you where I'm at getting back from my trip, and just letting you guys get inside my head. I don't really have these talks on Call of Duty videos because I always talk about gameplay, I always talk about tips, how to snipe, and all this stuff, and I never really get to have a one-on-one moment with my actual YouTube subscribers, and that's why I love Minecraft. Minecraft allows me to do things I normally wouldn't be able to do. Same with Surviving Chaos. That's going to be another series that I'm really going to enjoy. There's 4 different maps to that and 4 different ways I can expand. Black Ops 2 is going to be coming out, so you're going to see a lot of content from me. I'm probably going to start off another series. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be going through proficiencies and equipment and different guns. You're going to see red gun gameplay from me. You're going to see sniping gameplay from me, but to another level. It's not just going to be like a standard, oh, let's, go get a good gameplay. It's not going to be like that. We're going to actually have specific goals and specific things to accomplish with each gun. And I'm going to be taking comments throughout this whole thing. It'll make it even better, which is kind of fantastic. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up over here, show you guys the house before I leave. I'm going to finish out expanding this, probably make like a greenhouse. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some kind of add-on that goes out that way into like a huge building. I haven't decided. If you guys actually want to give me a comment about, see this area right here, the building's about yay wide, so I think it's 20 blocks. I'm probably going to build it closer to the beach, like all the way over there. Let me know what you want me to build there. I can build like a basketball stadium, not really a stadium, but like a court or something like that. I could build, oh, I don't know, anything. I was kind of thinking a greenhouse and have all my farming and stuff, equipment, all that goodness in there, but I kind of have that going on back over there. Anyway, guys, this is Kross. I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. I hope to do a lot more in the future like this. You will be seeing more Minecraft from me in the future. It's just going to take a while. If this episode gets, I want to say like 500 ratings or so, I will put up the next episode. I don't ask for ratings often, but it does give me a lot of motivation to make another video and get it out there as soon as you can. It's a very good way to help promote my channel as well. It does help people out. It gets you more views and stuff like that. But that's an incentive for me. If you guys want to see the next one, just go ahead and hit the like button and kind of help me out a little bit. But anyway, I really enjoyed this, guys. I really enjoyed the experience that you guys have allowed me to achieve through YouTube, and I wanted to thank you again for that. This is Kross, guys, and I'll see you soon with another video.